the subject of abortion, pro-life versus choice. So I'll repeat it again as there's nobody here yet. Are you pro-life or are you pro-choice? I'll say it again. Are you pro-life or are you pro-choice? This is a Netflix series called Into the Fire, The Lost Daughter, and it was produced by Charlize Theon, and she's an actress from South Africa. And again, there's nobody here, and I have about a nanosecond to get your attention. Are you pro-choice or are you pro-life? This is a series called Into the Fire, produced by Charlize Theon. I am not able to show you much because I'll get a copyright. My name is Lasha. You've reached Lasha's Take. I don't even look at the comments or who's watching. I close my eyes and this is impromptu, and I'm going to share with you why I believe pro choice is the right answer versus adoption. It really depends. Okay, so this story starts out. Actually, you know what? I think I can show you some of the footage. All right, this is what happened. A mother had a baby. You know, I watched this twice and I can't remember the person's name. There they are right there. Okay, that's the mother that gave her daughter up for adoption. So a daughter was given up for adoption, and the lady that had the child that was given up for adoption was 16 years old. And her mother said, "You can't keep that child. You have to give the child up for adoption." So the mother called her child Alexis. And it's so sad because she was given to a pedophile and she was abused, sexually abused in the most horrific ways. And that's why I think, is pro-choice or pro-life better? I mean, this biological mother gave her daughter up for adoption to a family that she thought could give her daughter a better life. And she was violated, abused, murdered, and the father did it. The adopted father did it. The adopted mother did fuck all. Fuck all. And this series, Into the Fire, hi, Happy King. I'm Puppy King. I love puppies. I'm trying to keep my eyes closed because I don't have notes in front of me. I'm very, I'm predictably unpredictable and I have ADHD, but bear with me because this is Lasha's take on it. I think pro choice is the best because I've known so many women that have had abortions and they kill themselves with guilt for the rest of their lives. Like these pro choice Christians, I don't care what religious, it's the religious people that are always fucking with choice. And you know, biology is so strong. It's so strong that if a child is given up for adoption, they spend half their life in depression because they don't know where they fucking come from. If you don't know where you fucking come from, how are you supposed to know who you are? And people want children. You know, different same sex couples want children. I don't think that's correct. I don't know if I think I'm kind of like, I'm Canadian. So if I were American, I would be kind of an independent, I guess. And as Megyn Kelly would say, well, we all know what that means if you're an independent. It means I'm an independent and I'm not being swayed by either side, Megyn Kelly. It doesn't mean that I'm a Democrat. Who the fuck does she think she is, anyways? And you know what I notice about the abortion? And this girl that this mother gave up for adoption, it was the biological mother that had the instinct and knew that the adopted father did it, and he got away with it, and then he was found out in his 70s, and the girl had been dead, the adopted daughter, for 10 years. 10 years. And it was the biological adoptive mother that wanted to find out what happened to Alexis. But that's not what the adopted family called her. If you want to watch a really good series about adoption, watch Into the Fire with Charlize Theon. It's on Netflix. Everybody has Netflix. It stunned me. It stunned me. You know, all of these women that like take a whip and whip themselves every day for having an abortion and not having children, they need to let the guilt go. Because I can guarantee you that every child that has been put up for adoption wants to know who the real parents are, except for, of course, Mia Farrow's adopted children. Who wouldn't want to be adopted by Mia Farrow? I'm just, maybe it works for some people, but in my experience, and I'm one person, I've listened to Sean Atwood, and he has 1 million people that watch him. His mother was adopted, and she suffered from depression trying to find out who her real parents were. Do you know how the adopted parents must feel? Like, I don't know. The nicest story I saw about adoption was The Lion with Nicole Kidman, and he was an Australian family adopted 2 Indian boys that were in orphanages. That's different than being in Canada or America. And you know what kills me? We're overpopulated. So why does the Republican Party push for no adoption, no abortion, unless you're raped or it's like what the fuck? What? How could you be raped and give birth and then give? Oh my God! You know what? Look, take the day after pill if you screw up one night. It's not a human being yet. If it's 2 days, I can't stand murder. I couldn't do it. I would have the baby and keep it. Children need to be with their parents, but there are shitty parents out there. And sometimes some subjects call for swearing, but in the most articulate way I can speak in this moment is I do not believe in pro-life. I think it's a choice and it's nobody's business, let alone the people who stand in front of abortion clinics in the States. Like, get a life. Sorry, I get very upset about this subject. Oh, Trev, I didn't want you to hear this one. Hi, Trev. How are you doing? I get so mad about this subject. I didn't want you to hear it, but I'm going off now because that's all I have to say. A really short one. And Puppy King, thank you for joining. Trev, can we talk at like noon because I'm not quite set up for the morning yet. I just had to go on a rant about pro choice. And for anybody that's missed this live, I strongly suggest listening to it, and I strongly suggest watching Into the Fire on Netflix. It's unbelievable. Good morning, my friends. I love Giovanna about yesterday, and she is funny. Joined. Yeah? Did she? Oh, I'm so glad. That's super nice. Um, well, you know what? If you've missed the live, start from the beginning. It's really short and it's good. I think. I hope. So I'm going to go, Trev. We'll talk at noon. Trevor's my partner. He's my cousin, but he lives in Detroit. And we do this podcast together. But this was a subject that is a woman thing, and I just had to get it out. However, it also has to do with the man. Because if a woman is left alone with no man, no husband, nobody to guide the family, and then you give the child up for adoption, that child is going to try to find you. So why do it in the first place? I don't know. I have never been adopted. Okay, go hunt donuts and we'll talk after. Okay, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. And I don't usually talk this loud. I really don't. Okay, bye. Thanks for the heart.